Hey, hi everybody. It's Team Leslie with me, Leslie Rogalski, and
Leslie Pope. Hi.
all right, keep that hand there.
Keep their hand.
This is what we're going to do today. Woohoo, everybody.
Little bling for holiday.
Yep, it's a fast and easy project. Oh, somebody's there.
Maria.
I know we're a little early, so I'm just going to show some eye candy as people join us. Hi.
Hi, Maria.
Look at these. Look at these colors. Paisley duos, gem duos, 15s and 11s, and a Baroque cab.
Backlit Baroque.
Yeah,
cab.
these are backlit.
Backlit.
Coolness,
That
coolness.
extra bling.
I know. So, like I said, we're a little early, so we're going to see if people are tuning in. We are going to be making the ring step by step for you today. And one of the things I want to point out, and Leslie and I are both fans of doing this, we are very component oriented. So when we make a piece, we may make that piece and then make it again and again and again and do spins on it, right?
Yeah,
variations on the
it.
theme. So in this case, this ring design came from, this is a Leslie Pope's design, and I have to clarify that it's that Leslie, not this Leslie. And it came from this really cool necklace. So you can see that these components here and the one dangling are what she based her ring on. So hold your ring up again under the camera, because I love these colors. You can see it doesn't take a lot of beads either.
No.
This is a great stash buster.
Another good stash buster.
So
yeah.
you're going to make this component and then turn it over, and we're just going to do a little peyote band. It's really that simple. So, hey, Catherine, nice to see you again. Okay. So we were talking about the fact that these rings came from a larger piece, and it took one of the components and reworked it into a ring from the component in the necklace. So think about that when you make stuff in design. Hi, Bianca. Woohoo. Bianca's with us. She's one of our Inspiration Squad designers. All right, so we could get started. What do you think?
Yeah, we've got like 25 watchers so far.
Excellent,
Yay.
you guys. All right. So I'm going to start here. Leslie's going to help keep me in camera range here. Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I've got my stuff stepped out here.
It's not as cold as it was last week.
Oh my God, I know. Even though we did have snow. So you're going to start with, for the ring, 8 Paisley duos, 4 gem duos, 1 Baroque cabochon, 12 15s, about a gram of size 11s, and then you're going to have whatever you use to cut your fire line, thread zapper, and I use size 11 needles because we have those 15s to go through. So I'm going to start here. And once again, we have like fabulous illustrations to really take you step by step. I didn't even read Leslie's stuff. I just looked at that pictures. So you can see nice, big,
very
clear,
simple.
very simple.
Few diagrams.
Yep. The thing to pay attention to, a couple of the tips, is to pay attention to the direction that you string the Paisley duos, and it's all spelled out for you, whether you go through the concave side or the convex side, and whether you're going through the tip or the wide end. And really just take your time with it. The more you make, the faster you get. Trying to get in.
I'm trying to get in.
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
All right. It's iPhone photography at its finest. All right.
And I'm a beater, not a cameraman.
That's right. Okay. So you're going to pick up a size 15 and 2 Paisley duos 4 times. And you want to pay attention to the direction that the Paisley's duos are strung, and you're going to sew through these beads twice, pull it tight, and knot it. So you're going to have this little ring of beads. Then you're going to sew through the work. I'm going to come through this way because we want to reverse direction and then go through the outer hole of the Paisley duo. And because the thread will be hidden much better along the convex, the wide side here, you want to sew through your beadwork until you're exiting on that side of a Paisley duo, and then you're going to sew. So I've sewn around like this, and I'm coming out the convex tip end, and I'm going to reverse direction and sew through the other hole, going in the other direction, like this. Now, in this project, can you see how these Paisley duos form like a little heart? I know I'm moving around.
Yeah, you keep moving, that's okay.
All right, like a little heart. That's where the 15 will go on the outer round. And then the next set of Paisley duos has a little triangular indentation where the gem duos just snuggle in perfectly. So you're going to pick up a 15, which are off camera here, and you're going to sew through the next Paisley duo, and that 15 is going to sit right there.
Yep.
Then you're going to pick up a gem duo, and you want to make sure your gem duos are face up because they do have
a top and a bottom.
A bottom and a top. I'm working with matte backlit uranium, which has a nice greenish color to match the green Lumi Paisley duos. See how that fits right in there? That's so cool. And you're going to go all the way around, pick up a 15, a gem duo, 15, a gem duo, all the way till you get back to your first one. Look how fast I did that.
Yeah. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
And now it looks like this.
Right. You know, we can't really like put stuff in bowls like cooking shows. You know, they have all the ingredients out. This is so we step it out. All right. So I've come around and I'm coming through that gem duo. Now I want to reverse direction and sew in the other direction through the outer hole. And the thread will just lay along the side. Oh, I did something wrong.
You did something wrong.
I did. I forgot to pick up my threes.
I
I do so many projects. It's like, oh, wait, I'm doing this one. All right. Never mind that, what I just said. You're coming out the inner hole of the gem duo. And now we're going to add 11s around the outside of the gem duos, like this. So Leslie's got this nifty way to do it. So I'm coming out the inner hole of the gem duo. I'm going to pick up 3 11s. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to sew in the opposite direction through the outer hole of the gem duo. Now I'm going to add 3 beads around the tip. So I'm picking up another 3 11s. 3 more 11s. And I'm sewing around like this to go back through because I'm going to want to add to the other side. So now I have my tip beads. Now I'm going to pick up 3 more 11s. So there's 9 altogether around each one. And I'm going to reverse direction again and sew through the inner gem duo hole and continue through the existing thread path through the Paisley Duo 15 Paisley to the next gem duo. And you don't have to do it all in one stitch. As a matter of fact, you won't be able to.
Yeah, especially with the shaped beads.
Right.
Yes.
So, you know, I kind of nudge my beads into position there. And then I'm going to sew through the Paisley Duo, the 15, and the next Paisley Duo, and the next gem duo. And we're going to repeat putting the 11s around the gem duo. We pick up 3, reverse direction, go through the outer hole. Pick up 3, we're going to circle around and go through that outer hole again to put the 3 around the tip. Now we have the 3 that we're picking for the other side. And we're going to go through the gem duo. Yeah, I'm stuck. There we go. We have this little space we're working in here. Okay, so we have that. And now I'm going to continue and repeat, going through the beads, through the next gem duo, adding the 11s, working all the way around until I have every gem duo outlined. And then I'm going to go through that same thread path that I just have sewn, through the beads, through all the outline beads, through the paisley duos, around and around to secure it and line up those 11s. And the next step that we get to will look like this. Now, after you do that, you're going to weave in the working thread and trim it. Yes. So I have my piece all outlined and secured with the tail thread. I didn't mention when I started, but the instructions tell you to leave about 8 inches of tail because we're going to use the tail thread to sew the cabochons in. Very clever, Les.
Thank you.
Really, yeah,
that was a lot of...
That
took a lot of that was a lot of that's a lot of brain power on that one.
Okay, so you want to make sure that your tail thread is coming out from a concave tip paisley duo, not through one of the 15s, but make sure it's through that curved in concave part. You're going to pick up a 15, a Baroque cab, and another 15. And I want you to notice something. This is how I made sure I was stringing my cab, which also has
2 holes.
2 holes and a flat side and a round side. So you want to make sure, think of a square, all right? I'm coming out from this paisley duo here, and we're going to have a thread path go this way, this way, this way, this way. So the cab is going to have to be face up to fit over here. Am I doing that right? Yes. This is, so you can see that this is strung wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take it off my needle. I keep going off camera, I'm sorry. I have my 15. If I lay it down on the board and find my holes on my cabochon.
There you go.
So you know that you have holes running this way and holes running this way. Okay? Pick up another 15. And I'm going to sew across to the opposite. See these little paisley duos like this and paisley duos like this? Those are going to be like the top and bottom of where you're stitching this. So you come out of one and you're going to sew through the concave part just like you came out of and go through those 2 paisley duos. I'm doing it one at a time here because the holes are kind of curved, so you won't be able to go straight through. And I'm going to go through the second one. And what I'm doing here is I'm kind of pushing down on the bead next to the one I'm sewing through so my needle can come through. Now I'm going to pick up another 15 and sew through the other 2 holes of the cab. Look at that. And pick up a 15. I'm turning it to sew through the paisley duo opposite. Whoops.
No blood, no blood.
No blood.
No blood. No bleeding on the beadwork.
Can you see how that's, those little 15s are just snugged right there. Now what I would do now is I would repeat that thread path to secure the thread and trim it, right? We're ready for the band.
Woohoo.
Okay. I'm just going to trim this. And I'm going to use do the band with a new thread. So let's see, where is
Because
that?
that's like adding
Here it
a
is.
clasp. You should always
Right.
you should always use a new thread.
Right. Okay, so this doesn't have the cab on it, the tail's still there, but I have it set up. I want to show you. Is this the one? No, I wanted to do it on that. All right, here we go. You're going to do your band with about 24 inches of thread.
Yes.
And you're going to want to come out the 6th 11 around a gem duo. So if you're looking at it facing you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's that second one over from the tip. And your thread, you want your thread to be coming from the inside out.
Yep.
So you would secure your thread in your beadwork. And I'm going to take a shortcut. And I'm just going to come out right there where my band is going to start. Now take a good look at these end beads. If you're familiar with peyote, I'm going to turn it on the side. We're going to do odd count peyote with 1, 2, 3 beads. So what happens here is we do this with 11s to match. Pick up an 11 and sew through the tip and the next one. We're going to do the traditional figure 8 odd count peyote for 3 beads across. There's one. Now I'm going to pick up another one. And I'm going to sew through, where am I? Here's the new one. I'm going to go through on a diagonal through the tip bead, not the one you just picked up. You're going to do the tip bead. There we go. And the bead that you first exited. So think in your mind, if you're not quite as familiar with odd count peyote, think in your mind of a die, you know, like from dice, and think of the side that has the number 5. You have 4 pips in the corners and 1 in the center. That's the pattern of odd count peyote beads, that 5. And let's see if we can show you that. So you have 1, 2, center, 4, 5. Now I'm going to come out this bead here, the new one that we just added, and we're going to add one in the center. Now we have 2 innies and an outie. Now I'm going to go on a diagonal. I'm picking up one. I'm going through the center and the other corner. Sorry, I keep moving.
That's okay.
There we go.
It's easier for me
On
to
a
move.
diagonal, picking up a new bead, going across again. Now we have 2 outies and an innie. And you're going to keep doing that. Now I'm going to sew through, pick up a new one. These are all 11s. Put that one as the middle bead. Now we have 2 innies and an outie. Okay. My sister drives an Audi. All right, do you see? That's just, the ring is just set up to do this odd count peyote. So there's the band starting. It's a little loose. If it's loose, work your way back, starting from where you began, and just nudge them with your finger. And you're going to do that to fit. You want it to fit your finger so that your bead is going to come around, all the way around your band, like this.
And you want to end with 2 outies.
2 outies, because you're going to attach this side to the other side of the ring, where you have that tip bead that's going to fit right in. So let me show you how that happens. Let's see if I can get this so you can see. How's that? There you go.
You're good.
Okay. Now, if I was going to continue this band, I would pick up an 11 to put there in the space between the 2 outies, but I'm going to string through the tip bead that's sticking out from the other side of the band where we're connecting it. And it's going to pull it in to position. Then I'm going to continue that stitch, that row, and sew through the other outie bead. Like that. Now, to reinforce it and finish the stitch, I'm going to continue that figure 8 by sewing back on a diagonal through the beads, the 5 beads. I'll turn this around. And by the way, this is called zipping up, and it's a technique that's done a lot with things in peyote and other stitches where you are literally going back and forth and back and forth. So there's my diagonal. And don't catch other pieces on your mat. And you're going to keep doing that until it's secure. Weave the thread in, trim it, and voila. Voila.
Okay, we have one brain. That's kind of scary.
That's right. Sometimes we only have half a brain between two of us.
It seems to work, though.
There you go. Woohoo!
It's going to be a little big on you because I have a much bigger finger.
Oh,
but
my hands are cold. Look at this. Check this out. They're really light and comfortable. You can think about other colors for sure. The sky's the limit with these. Remember again that this has fabulous illustrations and step-by-step tutorial. And especially remember that you can find this pattern will be available from your favorite bead reseller, and all of these quality BeadSmith beads, tools and supplies also available from your favorite bead reseller. And in case you haven't noticed the markings on this great treasure mat,
whoops, I got it.
It's got a ruler on it. It's got millimeter sizes of beads on it.
It's non-slip.
Yep, the ruler is metric and American. So yes, it's got like neoprene on the back, so it doesn't skid around. It's just really, really nice to work with. It's got a nice feel, scoops up beads easily. It's a really nice neutral color, so it won't compete with the fabulosity of the colors that you pick for your beadwork. So here you go. This is the Paisley Dot ring designed by the esteemed Leslie A. Pope for the BeadSmith. And remember, we love beads.
Bye.
See ya.